Testing 1, 2. Test, 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 test. I can hear myself pretty well. Sound good to you? Better? Testing 1, 2. Still soft? That's odd. Testing 1, 2. Well, I'm a little soft actually. Testing 1, 2. Test, test, test. Better? Me down? Or
Anything now. Oh, there we go.
Can you hear anything?
No, I can't hear anything.
well, you're much louder than I am.
I
Why
kind
is
of
that?
figured that might be the case. That's why let's do a mic check. Duh.
Test it again.
The player of the game is. You don't hear me at all. Ah!
Wow, that was painful. That was painful. Hold on, before yelling, I want to see something real quick.
Oh my God.
I just want to see something real quick. Oh, I'm all the way over. That's weird. Testing 1, 2. Test, test.
Started from the bottom, now we here.
Huh.
Started from the bottom, now the whole team. Started
That's
from
odd.
the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Murner Fieldhouse and Gregory Arena on the campus of North Central College. Tonight, CCIW men's basketball games between the Carthage College Redmen and your North Central College Cardinals. At this time, I ask that you please rise, kindly remove all hats, face the flag above the west end of the court as we join the Cardinal Athletic Band under the direction of Dr. Sean Kelly as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, visiting Redmen from Carthage College. Starting on the guard line is 6'1" senior number 4, Miles Olson. A 6'1" senior guard number 15, Tony Pierce Jr. At 1 forward, a 6'4" junior number 20, Mike Stevenson. The other guard is 6'3" freshman number 21, Jordan Kudrowski. And the other forward, a 6'4" sophomore, number 25, Grant Cruz. The Redmen are coached by Bosco Jurakovic, assisted by Steve Jurakovic, Quincy French, Jose Garcia, Jason Riddle, and Andy Atkins. And now, the starting lineup for you, North Central College Cardinals. At 1 guard, a 6' junior from Springfield, number 10, Jagger Anderson. A 6' senior guard from Spicer, Minnesota, number 11, Jamie Moulton. A forward, a 6'5" freshman from Plainfield, number 32, Connor Reardon. A 6'2" sophomore guard from Chicago, number 34, Erwin Henry. And from Dunlop, a 6'8" sophomore forward, number 44, Alex Sorensen. The Cardinals are coached by Todd Reardon, assisted by Mitch Reardon, Aaron Tickness, and Vince Quebec. The faculty mentors are John Madorno and John Mueller.
Coming off a bounce-back win against Illinois Wesleyan, the Cardinals return home to face Carthage College. The Redmen 7-9, the Cardinals 11-5, 4-1 in conference play. The only loss coming to number 3, Augustana, a week ago today. Hello and welcome to this NCTV 17 broadcast of Cardinal basketball. Kevin Jackman, joined tonight by Joe Olmo. Thanks for joining the broadcast tonight, Joe. And this is going to be a fairly competitive game. Carthage comes in, they're only 1-4 in conference, but they have some playmakers. It starts and stops with Tony Pierce Jr., the leading scorer on this team. Number 15, you see him at midcourt right now. He'll be the guy that the Cardinals have to key in on over the course of tonight. Let's get the starting lineups as Jamie Moulton, shooting guard, pulls down the opening tick. Alex Sorensen, the man winning the toss. He's low on the block right now. Jagger Anderson, Erwin Henry has the basketball now, and Connor Reardon. Officially, everybody being introduced for the Cardinals. Sorensen blocked right off the get-go, and here comes the Carthage Redmen coming the other way. Sorensen instrumental in the early season success for the Cardinals, and this is a guy that is nearly averaging a double-double. Moten playing suffocating defense on the far side. Let's meet the Carthage Redmen starting five. Miles Olson, Tony Pierce Jr., the two guards. Mike Stevenson, Jordan Kedrowski, and Brad Cruz all along the front court. Jump shot, no good. Offensive board almost pulled down by Kedrowski, who followed up his own shot. Henry the board ahead of Anderson. Anderson gets rejected by Cruz. Second block in as many trips for the Cardinals offensively, and it's out of bounds. That'll be Cardinal basketball despite the lobbying efforts of the Redmond bench.
They actually might have a point there.
Well, considering they had a front row look at that one,
Yeah, absolutely.
a little surprised by the call. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Just a single affair tonight. We'll be back on the airwaves on Saturday. A double feature, the men and women play. Underneath the basket, Anderson, a little stutter step. The board goes right to Jamie Moten off the tip from Sorensen. And those are the first points of the night for either team.
Yeah, he just followed up that board. Nobody blocked him out. He just came in and got the bucket.
Near side, that's Miles Olson, the point guard. Top of the key, Kedrowski. Rather, that's Cruz. To the middle. Quick jump shot from the elbow. In and out, no good. Stevenson with the miss. And the one guy we haven't seen take a shot, Pierce Jr. with the basketball right now.
Pierce averaging 16 points since joining the Redmen.
Lefty, long, sharpshooter, no good. First basket missed on the night. Guy can shoot it. Sorensen can as well. Doesn't take this one. Gets it poked away. Cruz nearly comes up with it, but rather off to Moten. Moten will pull for three. Good sign early on for Jamie Moten, connecting from distance. Near side, Redmond battling a 5-0 deficit early on. 2.5 minutes have gone by. The left-handed soft finger roll is good for Olson. And it's 5-2 with 17:28 to go, first half. Henry has had some up and down games, playing catch with Jagger Anderson at the top of the key. Here's Henry going baseline, a couple of bounces, and puts it up and good with the left hand. Henry is one of the X factors for this Cardinal team. If he can get going offensively, he's a dynamic third option for this offense.
We know about Sorensen, we know about Raritan, so you can get that third option for the Cardinals. Good things are going to happen, obviously.
And you talk about Raritan coming off a game where he scored a career-high 31 points. And Joe, you got an opportunity to see him for the better part of 3 seasons as a corner three missed by Olson. Here comes Anderson weaving in and out, kicks out to Moten, who goes down low to Raritan. You've had an opportunity to watch this guy progress as he gets a bucket over the last 3 years at Neuqua Valley, and he's a pure scorer.
He's a scorer, but he can also lock down defensively. I saw him do a great job on a few guys, especially in that semifinal game last year against Bolingbrook.
And here he is, strip steal, now leading the break. Anderson up ahead, up and under move, no good. Henry fights for the offensive board and pulls away, and he will fight for it off the sideline. In a battle for it with Stevenson, and it's a foul on Stevenson. Raritan, a staple on Todd Sutton's team at Neuqua Valley over the last few years, and obviously you've had an opportunity to watch him. He's got a pure stroke offensively. He can hit from just about anywhere.
He's easily a D2 talent, but of course he's playing for his dad, Coach Todd Raritan, so this is an opportunity that he got a chance to come here and play and start right away.
And he's made an impact right away, now up to 13.5 points per game average. Sorensen fouled underneath the basket, wave it off. It'll be a typical floor foul, second team foul on Carthage. You mentioned the fact that he probably is a higher caliber player than just D3. Might be true, but I guess the allure of playing for your dad at North Central, as he misses the little bunny hop off the inbound, it's too much to pass up.
Well, when Coach Raritan has been so well known here and has run such a great program, of course you want to get a chance to play for your dad.
Corner three, banks off the side of the backboard, no good. Anderson, no look pass to Raritan ahead, off the glass and good.
That's just knowing where your guys are at all times, and Cardinals right now are just doing what they need to do to get a win here.
taking on a inferior team in the standings. The Cardinals have raced out to an 11-2 lead. We'll take a timeout with them, a 30-second break. We'll be back on NCTV 17.
Into the game for the Cardinals, number 22, Aiden Chang.
Cardinals racing out to an 11-2 lead, just shy of 5 minutes into the game. Pierce Jr. working up against Anderson, couldn't go anywhere. Leading scorer has yet to put in a basket. Shot off the back of the glass, no good. Kudrowski gets it right back. Stevenson got the offensive board. Redmond really struggling offensively to find an open shot. They've forced up a couple of attempts. But per the usual for a Todd Reardon team, suffocating defense. In and out, no good on the 3 attempt for Stevenson. Anderson racing the other way into the lane, kicks it out. Henry squares up a 3. Too strong, back of the iron, no good. 14:55 to go, first half, 11-2 the score. Pierce Jr., one of the few players you'll see rolling up the shorts. You can actually see the waistband as he misses the left-handed attempt ahead of Aiden Chang, who just checked in. One of the rotation mates gets it to Sorensen. 12-point lead for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Pierce decided to try and step out on Sorensen, but when you have this height advantage that Sorensen has, that hand in the face is not going to do anything.
Sorensen contesting the basket underneath, and it will go. Cruz able to get the bucket. Nice footwork around the rim to avoid the big man. Henry, cross-court pass Chang, top of the key Anderson. Middle of the floor, Reardon, back to Henry, 18-footer. Bottom of the net.
Yeah, Cardinals are just moving the ball around, breaking that zone down and finding open looks.
Pretty much it will.
Yeah.
This is an impressive display offensively so far. Moten and Hahn await at the scorer's table now. And finally, connecting from distance is Kudrowski after 3 misses tonight.
1 for 5 right now from three-point land. You're going to have to figure they're going to have to shoot a little bit better percentage-wise to get in this game.
Anderson working around a screen from Sorensen. Right back to Sorensen. Jump shot. Got the soft shooter's touch.
You got to always love that home cooking there.
Tweaking the rims just the right way on your side of the floor. Of course, they wouldn't do that. Kudrowski working across a couple of screens. Now Henry getting cheered on from his teammates on the bench just a few feet away. Kicks it out. Cruz drives, kicks Kudrowski another 3 from the corner this time. And again, in and out. Maybe they are tweaking the baskets because there's a lid on that end of the floor. Reardon to the hole, puts it up, count the bucket and 1. Reardon with the and 1.
Nice little lead pass by Sorensen there. He got a chance to let the ball bounce right in his hands, found the spot, and just went up with it strong.
One thing I will say about Connor Reardon, now that we've had a nice sample size to look at over the course of this season, he's a freshman. He doesn't play like one.
No, not at all. And again, it's, he's got the confidence of his coaches, obviously, with his dad, but the confidence of his teammates as well to come in here and earn that playing time, and now he's showing why he's got that playing time.
Connects on the free throw, and it was his free throws that really provided a spark for the Cardinals in taking down Illinois Wesleyan in overtime. They trailed in that game, a game in which they really needed to win to establish themselves in the top 2 or 3 of the CCIW, and they were able to pull it out. Big thanks to Connor Reardon. Again, 31 points, 15 rebounds in the affair to pace the Cardinals. Backdoor cut, nearly stolen by Aiden Chang, who ends up 4 rows deep into the bleachers behind the basket. But the Cardinals are going to need big performances from not just Connor Reardon, but Jamie Moten, a guy that has really disappeared at times over the course of the season, was a main stalwart offensively, as this one is bounced off the body of a Redmond by Kevin Hahn. Sean Valentine lost it off the end line.
Yeah, Kevin Hahn just with a nice little strip there, bounces off the foot and out of bounds, and Cardinals will take over looking for more points.
Near side Hahn, sixth man, has had some big games himself this season. Reardon, fall away jump shot. Oh, that's silky smooth.
Just a thing of beauty right there.
That is a Dirk Nowitzki-esque. That was well orchestrated.
Well, at 6'5", you got a nice little range, and then pull back a little bit. You give yourself a little bit of extra room.
Olsen, left side of the rim, elbows around. Here comes Moten, eyes up. Chang had an open three, passed it up with a shot fake. 11:48 to go first half. Reardon stuck with the basketball. Now finds Hahn. Right back to Reardon. Looks like he's becoming more of a focus for this Cardinal offense. Jaquan Phipps into the game, takes a three, no good. Reardon the offensive board. They'll dribbled out and give way to Aiden Chang. Drive, left hand, pump fakes, shot up. No good, too strong off the back of the glass. 23-7, 16-point lead. Things are just breaking the Cardinals' way early on. A lot of baskets that have come close for the Redmen that have just popped out.
Well, like you said, the rebounds are key right now. They're up 12-5 in that category.
Make it 13-5. Moten comes away with it. Cruz ends up on the floor. Pass to Hahn. In stride, left hand, good. A couple of beautiful dimes for the Cardinals so far. One from Anderson, now one from Moten.
You have the man advantage, obviously. A couple of the Redmen down on the other side of the court. You take advantage, going strong to the cup like that. Good things happen.
It's nice having a bunch of guards who can really handle the ball well. Pierce Jr. goes to the hole and gets fouled in the process. Who's this going to be on? Phipps and Hahn were both there. It's going to be Hahn picking up the second team foul, his first. And the first free throws of the night for Carthage. 25-7. Didn't expect this coming out of the gate. Pierce Jr. gets his first points of the night. Kind of reminds you of Michael Redd with that shooting form.
He does have a little bit of that.
Loopy, high shot with the left hand.
Yeah. Now, if he can score like Michael Redd,
he might be in business.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, can't there. Misses one of two. 25-8. Moten barking out the play. Near side, Erwin Henry, Jaquan Phipps, back to Moten. Man-to-man defense on tap for the Redmen as Hahn takes it, creates some space for Sorensen, goes the opposite way, right back to Phipps. Absorbs the contact, and Sorensen with the putback cleans it away.
Again, that's just everyone looking up at the board, nobody boxing out. Sorensen able to get space and get the putback.
7.5 rebounds a game for the big man. 2.5 on the offensive glass. And an offensive foul, a moving screen. Really coming the other way with the Cardinals nearly up 20. Substitution. Drew Joyner checks into the game for the first time. Pierce Jr. checks out.
You mentioned Sorensen with 7.5 rebounds per game. He's already got half of that in this first half alone with 4.
You know, we've talked to the coaches, and they have all said this guy has All-American potential. It's a matter of want to on a night-to-night basis. Shot up, rattled around, no good. Second block of the game for Cruz on Sorensen. But this guy has potential, and he's got the body to produce it as well. Shot fake, nearly stolen away. Mike Leeser in the game for the first time. That's 22. Olsen with it now, nearly stripped away by Jaquan Phipps. Switch has Moten on Leeser, far side. To the rim, shot up, no good. Still bouncing around and pulled down by Joyner. He'll take the three. Good decision, knocks it down.
A late rotation off that miss. Leave him open, you're gonna make that shot.
A little tough to get back on defense, especially when some of the players were already leaking out past half court, kind of anticipating the defensive board. Phipps takes his second three of the game, knocks it down.
Good ball rotation right there to find the open man in the corner.
If Phipps can knock that down on a consistent basis, he'll find himself as a very potent bench weapon for Todd Reardon. Three the other way. The answer, no good. The answer, on top of the answer, no good, I should say. Thrown away into the backcourt, and a backcourt violation. Actually, Moten will just let it go off the sideline.
A little miscommunication there. Sorensen wasn't sure if it was coming to him or not, but sometimes you're trying to push the ball a little too fast, and things happen.
Things like that they're never acceptable.
Right.
They're a little bit more able to tolerate when you're up 30-11. I don't think Coach Reardon's going to be going berserk over that one.
No, absolutely not.
Now, say this was a 30-30 game, well, that might be a different story for the fiery coach, who, by the way, you pointed this out to me before the game. He's approaching a milestone.
Yeah, tonight, if he can get the win tonight, that'll be career win number 200 here at North Central.
Block from behind, Sorensen. Cardinals well on the way to giving their coach win number 200.
Sitting at a record of 199 and 111 in 12 years.
How about that? That win percentage. Whew. That's hot stuff right there. He's only 5 away from the school record as well. Phipps another 3, elbows around, back of the rim, no good. Sorensen, little 10-foot jump shot, feathery shot for the big man.
Yeah, he's looking like he's playing with a little bit of aggression there, a little bit of an edge. Maybe coach got into him a little bit, play a little harder there.
Wesleyan game wasn't kind to him. He's come back with a nice ferocity tonight. Just to finish up that note on Coach Reardon, mentioned the all-time record 204 for school wins. That was Bill Warden, back a 55 graduate. He holds the record. Reardon just 5 away. So you figure has a good shot at getting there this season as Hahn draws the foul. As Leeser was going to the basket, Hahn just kind of reached up from behind and held his hand on top of the basketball. Whether or not that's a foul, up to debate, but whistle was drawn.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get the held ball, didn't get it, and get the foul instead.
First, good for Leeser. 32-12. Moten back onto the floor. Phipps off of it. 1 of 3 from behind the three-point line. Solid minutes for the freshman. A lot of times in college athletics, the success of a program hinges on the performance of freshmen. And if freshman production is any indication, the Cardinals, and their future, I should say, are extremely bright. Reardon, Phipps, Aiden Chang, Sorensen knocks down a 2. All of those guys are freshmen, and they're changing the face of this program night in and night out. And you add in the fact that Jack Bronick is just coming back from a broken foot, playing a couple minutes here and there over the course of a game. If he gets into the rotation this season, that's just more potency from that freshman class.
Yeah, he played his high school ball at St. Charles East. That is a really good program year in and year out. So what you can get from Bronick going forward this year and into the next 2, 3, 4 years, you know you're going to have a good player on your hands.
And he's a 6'7" guy too, so he provides some size. Pierce Jr. does not get the shooter's roll on the three-point attempt. Cardinals flying the other way onto the half-court set. Moten straight away. Reardon hesitated to take it and misses on the right side of the rim.
You have to think that hesitation might have thrown off his shot a little bit there.
Shooting is such a rhythmic act. Offensive foul. No doubt about that one. Kristen Lee lowered the shoulder right into the chest of Kevin Hahn, who winds up on his backside, right in between the Cardinal cheerleaders. Solid crowd here on hand tonight inside Gregory Arena. Good representation for both sides. The Redmen traveling well from up in Wisconsin.
Yeah, Kenosha, Wisconsin, just over the border there. You got quite a few players actually from Illinois playing tonight.
Skips off the rim for Moten. Missed on the 3 ahead to Tony Pierce Jr. in the corner. Goes baseline on Anderson, and nice move. Strong move to the rack. So a little push for the Redmen here, and well, take that back. Alex Sorensen with his second triple of the game. Mentioned a couple weeks ago, if he hits one, pretty good. If he hits multiple, he's going to have a good night. That's the second one. Good night's probably on top for Alex.
Yeah, right now the Cardinals shooting 4 of 9 from the three-point land. You got to like what they're doing compared to Redmond, only 2 of 11.
Sometimes that's the biggest story, Leeser, make that 3 of 12. That was a deep one, too. That should have counted for 4 points.
That was almost NBA range right there.
Anderson flies up. Hahn had an open 3 had he wanted to duplicate the shot of Leeser from 40 feet away from the basket. Has the ball in the
I don't
block.
think Coach Reardon would like that one.
I don't think so. Randall's home a hook shot.
He'll take
gets
that
it anyways. Little higher percentage shot, I'd say. 39-18 the score, under 5 to play first half. It's been a good half for the Cardinal team. Shot for the near side, Joyner misses. Again, in and out. These balls are going halfway down before something's popping them back up.
It's a little strange because watching them during pregame, it looked like they were hitting their shots from outside. I mean, obviously the pressure is a little bit different from game to warm-ups, but when you have your shooters feeling pretty good, before the game, you figure that they're going to bring that to the game, and I think maybe just a little bit of jitters here. You're down, 21, 4 minutes left in the first half. Your adrenaline's running and trying to get that juice going, get that run that you're talking about earlier, trying to get that going.
Putting too much pressure on yourselves to make shots. It's interesting you say that because coming into the game, pretty comparable from behind the arc for both teams. The Cardinals shooting just a shade over 34%, as are the Carthage Redmen, 34.5%. So these two teams are identical in their three-point shooting, but not tonight because the Cardinals have been way more efficient. Chang will take one.
Let's just move on to the next one.
39-18, under 4 to play. Gonna erase that shot from the memory bank. I think Aiden might try and do the same. Shot from the free throw line. And a foul sandwiched in between Hahn and Reardon was Cruz in his attempt to get the board. That is Hahn's third foul. He is responsible for 3 of the 4 team fouls the Cardinals have in the half.
You got to figure that's either too much aggression or not boxing out and just getting lazy fouls.
Could also be wrong place at the wrong time a couple of times.
Yeah.
Down low, shot up, shot good for Lee. His first 2 of the night. Pulls them back under 20 points, a 19-point lead for the Cardinals. Reardon, the basketball in his hands, always looking to score or dish. He's tied for the lead in assists on the team. Left-handed hook shot, good for Sorensen. Add that to his arsenal of trick shots.
Like you said, once he gets going from behind the arc, it's going to be a good night. It's hard to beat him inside as well. The size that he has, the size advantage that he has against anybody on the court right now for the Redmen.
Leeser draws the foul. I believe that's going to go against Connor Reardon. That's actually going to go against Aiden Chang. 5th team foul on the Cardinals. 6 if you're keeping total at home on the Carthage Redmen. As we wind our way under 3 minutes to play. Sorensen might have gotten a piece of that one, out of bounds. It's off of Carthage. Not sure if Sorensen got a piece of that or not, but he's amongst the league leaders or the conference leaders in blocks. The guy can disrupt shots, and even if he doesn't get a paw on it, certainly changing the shape of shots underneath and around the basket. Reardon spots up, jump shot, so smooth. Second time tonight that he has just sniped from inside the three-point line. Joyner takes a jump shot, not quite as smooth. Offensive board goes to the Redmen. Joyner just beyond the three-point line, misses again. 2 shots, 2 misses, 1 possession. Anderson into the lane, shot wild, no good. That second effort, no good either. And the Redmen come up with it. Erwin Henry trying to follow it up, but it's into the hands of Cruz. Coast to coast, blocked from behind, but draws a foul on Chang.
We've talked a lot about Sorensen and Reardon on the offensive side. That's because they've scored 27 of the 43 points already. By themselves, they're beating Carthage. So, if you're not going to stop one or the other, you're going to have yourself a bad night.
It's pretty interesting because in a lot of ways, those two guys have very similar games. They can knock down the outside shot. They've got a good arsenal on the inside. They also are very good passing guys, especially for their size. But they don't disrupt each other's games. That's the thing that interests me the most is a lot of times when you have 2 players with a very similar skill set on the floor, kind of rub off the wrong way on each other. Not the case with the Cardinals.
Well, you also have two different body types. Sorensen, 6'8", and 240. Connor Reardon, 6'5", 185. You're going to see Sorensen go down a lot more down low and use his size to his advantage, where Reardon can just stay on the outside and dish it inside. And like I said, they can play off each other a lot easier that way.
Yeah, I would say 60 pounds is a bit of a body difference. Cardinals work their way into bonus. 7th team foul on Carthage, so a 1-and-1 coming for the freshman. Good first half, minute 43 remaining in it. Game being brought to you on NCTV 17 and NCTV17.com. Kevin Jackman, Joe Olmo. Kind of a tune-up for you in the broadcast booth. You'll have the call, say, a week and a half from today for some girls high school basketball.
Yeah, but on the 30th we have Neuqua Valley versus Naperville North. Two teams that have had up and down seasons to this point. It'll be an interesting matchup actually coming up in a week and a half, like you said. I'll be on color like I'm doing tonight. We'll have Nico Hefflinger on play-by-play. It's gonna be a fun broadcast.
Hopefully the game is as good as the game we got this past Friday. Blocked by the combination of Sorensen and Reardon. We'll get back to this in a moment. The Cardinals coming this way offensively. Reardon, shot fakes, near side Anderson. Passed up a good opportunity. Instead goes down to Reardon, 15 feet away from the basket. Sizes up, now goes to work. Fall away shot off the glass, no good. Minute
Just didn't
remains
get
in the half.
enough under. Just didn't get enough under.
Yeah, kind of darted it towards the hoop. Up and good for Joyner. Back to within 22. Henry with it on the wing. Sorensen wide open for three. That's a shot that I'm sure he'd like to have back. That is his spot. Straight away. Shot no good. Kudrowski couldn't connect. Cardinals have the basketball. 10-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Game clock right now at 30 seconds. They'll hold for a semifinal shot. Ten seconds on the shot clock. Down to 5. Underneath the basket, Cruz loses it off the sideline. 3 seconds on the shot clock. 13 seconds on the game clock. So the Cardinals not a lot of time to work with in this offensive set.
Yeah, you got to think that they were wasting a little bit too much time trying to get that play. They were trying to forced it into Reardon. Just couldn't get the pass there, and now you got yourself 3 seconds to work with.
Reardon, the inbounder, gets it into Erwin Henry, and a foul immediately from Joyner. That bails the Cardinals out because it puts them on the line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, they've only had 3 attempts at the line so far, but hitting all 3 is going to be good for your field goal for the free throw percentage, obviously.
First is good, so he'll have a second.
Returning for the Cardinals, number 40, Kevin Hahn.
And he'll take a double dip. 47-23, 10 seconds left on the game clock in this first half. Kudrowski working by himself. Kick ball off the foot of Kevin Hahn with 2.5 seconds left. Actually a pretty wise move from the senior leader. Now it forces Carthage into an inbound situation from the baseline. It's a tough angle to score from, unless you get a lob near the rim. Triggerman into Cruz. Time expires, the shot no good, backed away. The Cardinals will take a 24-point lead into halftime here inside Gregory Arena. Good night, good first half for the Cardinals. Production all the way around, but it was the two big guys, Connor Reardon and Alex Sorensen, really carrying the weight in that first 20 minutes.
29 points of the 47 coming from those two guys. You gotta like what you saw from them. What you also gotta see is the rebounding advantage. 25-18 in the first half.
The North Central College dance team.
Gotta like it.
Before we go to the halftime break, just want to finish up this conversation. The 30th,
Yes.
it'll be North and Equa. What time's the game? 7:30?
No. We actually have a big day ahead of us on NCTV and NCTV17.com. 2:45 is going to be the game time for the girls basketball game, followed by a couple North Central games you got.
Hey, now you better remind those teams they're not allowed to cut into my airtime. On that note, we'll go to break. 15-minute timeout for halftime. We'll be back for the second half on NCTV 17. Welcome back inside Gregory Arena. The Redmen coming right out and firing. Cruz, first basket of the second half. And we're off and running. Welcome back to NCTV 17 and NCTV17.com. And a turnover. Here comes Tony Pierce Jr. Just a minuscule 1 point in the first half. How about there? 4 straight 4-0 run to start the second for the Redmen. Back to within 20. Kevin Jackman, Joe Olmo here at North Central College for the CCIW matchup. Some favorable NCC scores being reported at the half as Raritan gets fouled going to the basket.
Redmen foul number 4, Miles Olson.
Augustana, they are currently trailing at Illinois Wesleyan. If that score holds, North Central would benefit immensely. That would mean that they're ahead of them in the CCIW standings. That'd be huge.
Yeah, with
Anderson to the basket. Nice dish underneath. Alex Sorensen.
one thing that was of note in the first half was the difference inside the paint. Cardinals were scoring 20 points in the paint. Redmen only 10.
A lot of that due to Raritan and Sorensen combining underneath the basket. 29 points in that first half. Underneath, blocked by Sorensen. Take it away, Cardinals coming the other way. Anderson weaving in and out. 0 for 4 in the first half for Anderson, but 7 rebounds and now 2 assists. That's an odd stat line. That's a Rajon Rondo stat line.
You don't want to compare yourself to Rajon Rondo if you can.
Cross court underneath. Henry to the basket.
Henry.
Floater is good for the sophomore.
Yeah, that was just a good look and good court vision there by Connor Raritan to find Henry for the basket.
Taken away, Anderson, first basket of the night. Yes.
Anderson.
Made me hesitate for a slight moment.
Just a nice little layup. Make it easy.
I don't know if Anderson can dunk or not, but that would have been nice to see. We don't see them very often in Division III, so when they happen, it usually brings the roof down. Olsen, 3, good. Redmond sticking with the Cardinals in the early goings of this second half. They trailed by 24 at the break. I guess 23 now. Improvement. Slight improvement. Sorensen kicks it out. Found Henry. No, reboot the offense. To the rack, Anderson. Soft touch.
Anderson.
2 baskets for the point guard. Not a big score. Has been in the second half. Nice reverse layup for Kudrowski.
Kudrowski only shot 2 of 8 in the first half, so getting that early bucket in the second half here, you gotta like his confidence. Try and get that Redman back in this game.
Olsen picking up another foul, and he was upset the first time he drew a foul in the second half. Even more upset now that he's drawn his second team foul as well on Carthage. Lob pass inside, Raritan kicks it back out. Moten squares up, knocks it down, and one! Right in front of the Cardinal bench.
You gotta love Raritan's ability to know where the shooters are, especially when he's not getting a good look inside. He knows that he can kick it out to his shooters, and Moten rewards him for that effort.
Jamie Moten got the line to complete a 4-point play.
You don't see these very often. Jamie Moten trying to finish off a 4-point play. Why not?
Number 22, Aiden Chen.
Why just 3 points? Why not 4?
He can do it.
Why not?
Why not?
16:40 to go, second half, 59-32. Underneath the basket, Stevenson goes to work, right hand, and one coming the other way.
Next, Stevenson.
Redmen are shooting a lot better in this second half to start than they did in the first half. And again, as long as they got the comfortable lead that the Cardinals do, you're okay with that. But if it got any closer, you kind of have to start to worry.
Let's make it a hot hand. Either way, I would see Coach Raritan possibly taking a timeout as they continue to score at this pace. His bread and butter is his defense, and if he sees cracks in it, he's not going to be a happy man. Anderson under the basket, no good, blocked or at least changed by Kudrowski off the hands of Cruz and out of bounds. Cardinals get a redo, just 29 seconds on the shot clock. And a foul off the ball, Olsen, again, third foul of the half. And again, very upset.
Miles Olsen, his third. Team fourth.
That's one thing you don't want to do is get yourself into foul trouble early, especially when you're down.
Reardon to the rack and a foul. And Reardon caused Olsen to hit the ground, and he's walking away.
Foul number 25, Grant Cruz.
And it's a foul on Cruz. That's his third.
Reardon to the line.
This is something to monitor over the course of the next 16 minutes. Olsen seems pretty heated right now. And for good reason. It just seems like a couple ticky-tack fouls that he's been called for, and then Reardon, a lot of contact, he falls down, no whistle. And then Reardon knocks down a pair.
Well, the telling stat right now, 8 of 8 right now from the free throw line. In the game against Illinois Wesleyan, they were 15 of 15 in the overtime period, getting that win.
Open shot passed up by Stevenson, goes to the hole aggressively, but leaves it short. And now Anderson racing the other way, stops on a dime, gets pushed from behind, and it's a foul on Stevenson. We're not even 5 minutes into the second half. 6 fouls already on the Redmen.
They're playing aggressive. They're trying to get back in this, but with that, they're playing a little loose as well. Making too many aggressive moves, trying to get the ball, trying to get a steal, whatever they need to do to try and get back in this game. Anderson made him pay with that stop on a dime, like you said.
Down low, Sorensen, right hand, strong off the glass and good. Cardinals closing in on a 30-point lead. Not if Ken Drowski could have anything to say about it. Back to 25. Rejected by Cruz. Tony Pierce Jr. coming the other way, spots up for 3. Cannot knock it down. Cruz comes up with the offensive board, and they'll reset. Kudrowski, can he get another? He does. Back-to-back triples for number 21.
Again, we talked about his shooting in the first half. Clearly, Kudrowski is starting to feel it here in the second half, trying to will his team back into this one.
Second leading scorer, 15.3 points per game, just behind Pierce Jr.'s 16 clip. Underneath the basket, offensive foul on Alex Sorensen right into the body of Stevenson.
I think Todd Reardon was saying that he was inside the restricted area. Refs are not going to give it to him, especially when he obviously had position. Sorensen just using his big body, and you're going to get that charge call every time.
Treated him like the number 5 pin in a bowling alley. Kudrowski now getting a little bit more attention from Erwin Henry, also picking up a foul.
Foul number 34, Erwin Henry, his first, third team foul.
Cardinals reassigning themselves different players. Now Reardon is going to be assigned Kudrowski, and he falls down. Kudrowski a 3, off the mark. Boy, wouldn't have that have been something.
Yeah, I think that Coach Reardon would have called a timeout there if that went down, knowing that, again, you have a sizable lead, but you don't want to let them start to get that confidence again that they can come back in this game.
Cardinals have won 4 of 5. There was that bad loss to Augustana. They trailed in that game 33-2.
Yeah.
That was not I did not misspeak. 33-2 was the initial score in that contest. Chang goes to work, kicks out Reardon. Reardon for 3. Cannot connect as the shot clock winded down. But aside from that, they've been playing well. You don't want to see that slip just because you have a big halftime lead. Cruz drives, floater, bounce does not go. Good board by Henry. Near side Chang. Momentum is fickle in the way that it can carry over from game to game. And even if you win, if you play a poor second half, that might seep into the next game mentality.
Well, yeah, I think especially coming off that big win against Illinois Wesleyan, the way that they came back, won it in overtime.
No good on the three from Henry. Offensive board, tap to himself for Hahn. He puts it back.
There's that effort that we were hoping to see here, especially with the way that Redmond had been shooting. Hahn just pulling that board down and taking it.
Kadrowski pushing off with the arm, but a foul on Reardon.
I think that could have gone either way. Obviously, a nice little forearm shiver there. And, again, Reardon did sell it, but I think with the way that this lead is going right now, they're going to try and kind of even out the playing field a little bit. But again, as we were talking about, you know, you got that big win against Illinois Wesleyan, coming back from the way you guys did, the way that they did in overtime, getting a win. Now a big sizable lead here again, 24-point lead in the second half. And then you got your big matchup coming up on Saturday. You got to think that they may start to think a little ahead of that to that game.
Long pass ahead to Moten, he'll pull it out. They very well might, because like you said, Elmhurst, it's not the Elmhurst of old, which was a good team. It's the Elmhurst of new, the number 2 team in the nation. Reardon, fall away shot from close. Too easy.
Yeah, too easy, like I said. Reardon just has the upper hand with that height advantage, and he goes to work on it, again, using that size and falling away like he did.
In and out, no good for Olsen. Hahn, is he gonna dish or take it himself? Solo mission all the way. 69-41, and the Cardinals are gonna have a break. A timeout taken by Carthage. A 30-second break. We'll be back on NCTV 17 on the other side. Welcome back, the Carthage Redmen coming back on the offensive end, and we have a scoreboard update. Joe, we have the number 3 team in the nation, Augustana, going head-to-head against Illinois Wesleyan, the team that the Cardinals just took down in overtime. Where's that game at?
Right now, Augies are up 35-32, a little bit into the second half there. They've obviously come back in that first half deficit.
Foul on Sorensen. So Lee will go to the line for an and one. Mentioned it earlier, but should the Titans win that game, that would put the Cardinals in a very favorable position inside the conference. And it would also give the Cardinals some more credibility, having already taken down the Titans and having the Titans take down Augustana.
I mean, that's going to obviously also give you confidence going into that game. Next time they see each other is going to be on February 3rd. So, you know, you got that circled as well coming up.
Shot short by Reardon, follows up his own shot, falls out of bounds. Aiden Chang was wide open on the far side, but rather it's Kevin Hahn wide open for 3. Chang goes to work, Sorensen with the 3rd effort.
Again, you just said it, effort. That was all effort there. Guys just going to the boards and Sorensen making it happen.
Reardon keeping it alive on his own miss. Backdoor cut, basket, Lee, good. You have to like Connor Reardon's game. He takes nothing for granted. Takes a shot, follows it up. Anderson misses as it skips off the glass, no good. Lee pulls down the board ahead to Olsen. Olsen weaving in and out of traffic. Near side jump shot, short. Chang the rebound.
He looked back as well as if the floor was a little bit wet, so there might be a need for a timeout to get that floor fixed.
Todd Reardon barking something out. He wants a certain offensive play run. I think he wants the ball to be entered into the post, and that's what the Cardinals will do. Double team comes, Sorensen splits and goes aggressively to the basket. Cardinals can play like that all the time. They might be an unbeatable team.
Well, we
in and out and back and forth. And
yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talked about the size advantage that Sorensen has. 6'8", 280, taking on Kristen Lee, 6'4", 200.
And there he goes again, disrupting another shot.
Gets the better of him that time as well.
Anderson kicks out Chang. Chang stepped on the end line, or rather the sideline. Sorensen had his eyes wide open. He was going to walk right into a three.
Again, the unselfish play of Raritan, knowing that he's got his shooter there. Just a little bit too much on that pass.
Olsen checks out. Gets a nice round of applause. 10 minutes exactly on the scoreboard. That's a third foul on Sorensen. And knocks down a three. Kudrowski again.
He's starting to feel it again, like we said. You know, if he can keep shooting this way, we'll see what happens. But I mean, the lead is pretty good right now for the Cardinals. They don't have to worry about too much.
25. Kudrowski doing his best to narrow that down. Chang doing his best to lighten it back up. How about another freshman? Phipps is hit for three. Raritan's had a hell of a game. And now Chang knocks down a three as well.
You mentioned it earlier, the freshman class that the Cardinals have here. They're going to be good for a long time if they can keep playing the way that they're playing right now.
Shot no good. Head to Hahn, and Hahn will slow it up. Give off to Chang. Sorensen wants the three.
Three-pointer, Alex Sorensen.
Cardinal bench certainly likes that one.
Yeah, when things are going your way, the things are going your way. And like you said earlier, Sorensen, once he starts hitting 1, 2, 3 of these threes at the top of the key like he likes.
Kudrowski a three of his own. Joyner pulls it down.
Yeah, it's going to be a good shooting night for him.
And it has been efficient from the floor for just about everybody in the Cardinal lineup.
Yeah, Sorensen right now, 85% shooting on the game. A ridiculous rate.
Knocked in. I believe that ball was blocked in. Count the bucket, and Joyner goes to the line for an extra.
Cardinals
will substitute three into the game. Erwin Henry, Jeremy Ireland, and Jaquan Phipps.
Number 34, Erwin Henry. Number 52, Jeremy Ireland.
Sometime soon, we might see the likes of Hayden Witt and Brian Harvey and Tommy Koth get some minutes on the floor. We're approaching that time of the game. A near 30-point lead for the Cardinals with 8 minutes to play.
You always kind of like to see these kind of games, especially when you know that you should beat this kind of opponent. Get a chance to let everybody get in the game is a nice feeling for the coach.
Ireland at the elbow, gives off to Phipps. Trailing the play, Erwin Henry, near side Hahn. Ireland battling for position down low, cross court Henry. Stutter steps into the lane, kicks out. Open three for Hahn. Knocks it down. The senior leader once again coming up with big second half points.
Yeah, he's got 11 right now for the game. Yeah, I like what he's been doing in the second half.
7 second half points, count the bucket in one. Lee will get to the line, his second trip in the second half.
Showing a little athleticism for the big man going up and under like that. It was a nice move. Got to give it to him.
For as big of a lead as the Cardinals have right now, you have to say Carthage has some very good moments in this game where they look like a very competitive team. And then moments, or at least I should say stretches, where they just don't.
Well, again, foul trouble is going to do that to you, where you kind of just have to back off. You can't play your game.
Anderson hard to the hole, gets the roll.
Like we just said, you can't play, you can't step in front when you're in foul trouble, and Anderson makes him pay for it.
Cruz has three. He's the main rim protector for the Redmen. Cruz just 6'4", as a wild attempt put up by Valentine, and now on the floor, tangled up. The Cardinals will get the ball off the jump ball. 84-53, 6:57 to go. Cardinals might be taking aim at 100 points, and I think that's certainly within shooting range. As Tommy Koth gets up from the bench. He'll check in for Erwin Henry.
Tommy Koth.
Anderson remains in the game. Aiden Chang set to check in as well. Ireland off to Anderson. Phipps fakes a three, drives, big Euro step, but blocked out of bounds. Cruz, he has, I believe, 4 or 5 blocks in this game. 2 in the first half, 2 more in the second.
Cardinals are just attacking the basket, so I mean, if you don't get that ball up a little sooner, that's going to happen.
Into Tommy Koth, stuck in no man's land. Down low, Ireland, and it's a double dribble. 6:38 to go, second half. Cardinals up 31 on the Redmen. In a moment, we'll take you back across the CCIW to see where those other scores stand. Another and one for Joyner. He'll go to the line for an extra.
Number 4, Tommy Koth is first. Team 8.
I think it's safe to say the Cardinals have locked up this game, so they should improve to 5-1 inside the conference. As it stands right now, as the free throws missed, the Cardinals currently trail Elmhurst, who's 5-0, but they're interlocked in a good battle on their home floor against North Park. They trailed, or rather they led by only 4 points at the half. Augustana also tied with the Cardinals, but have the tiebreaker as Hahn misses the jump shot. Jaquan Phipps the board, puts it back up and good. Behind them, North Park 3-2, Illinois Wesleyan 3-2, and then the bottom feeders, Carthage 1-4, Milliken and Wheaton both 0-5. Phipps the steal, ahead to Hahn, 2 steps, finger roll, good.
Bench really appreciating that effort there on the fast break. Hahn goes up strong again, 88-55. Looking good for that 100, like you're saying.
Another steal, Ireland ahead to Hahn. Hahn had a chance to dunk it. Decides to go with the nice and smooth finger roll.
I think he was a little too far out for his liking, so he just lit it in nicely.
Timeout taken, Carthage. They'll talk it over.
It will be a full timeout.
Down by 35. We'll take a break as well with 5:24 to go. We'll be back in a minute on NCTV 17.
Returning for the Redmen, number 4, Miles Olson. Into the game for the Cardinals, number 2, Jeff Godwin.
Jeffrey Godwin checks into the game. Welcome back to NCTV 17 after the timeout taken by Carthage. 90-55. Our scoreboard isn't wrong. 5:09 to go. Kicked out. Joyner for 3. Knocks it down. Scoreboard update for you across the CCIW. Elmhurst currently up on North Park in the second half, 60-53 with 11:42 to go. Meanwhile, Illinois Wesleyan trails by just 3 against Augustana, 51-48 as Tommy Koth misses. Offensive board back to the Cardinals. That game has just a shade under 10 minutes to play. Phipps blocked but a foul. He'll go to the line for a pair of free throws. So those are the 2 big ones that we've been watching. And we'll continue to watch until our game is up. Obviously, our game is well ahead of the pace of some of the games that are going around the league. .430 to go here. Pierce Jr. goes to the hole, finger rolls it in. Meanwhile, the Cardinals, the women's team, had a big lead at the half. They were up by 10. They now trail by 7 now with 1:36 to go in the third quarter.
Still
foul.
plenty of time for the women to get back in this. Again, like I said, now a 6-point lead, 70-64.
32, Scott McNellis is first.
So it looks like Michaela Reedy just got fouled on a three-pointer. So 3 free throws for the sophomore. Cardinals, or the women's team, I should say, since we have 2 Cardinal teams that we're talking about, had to specify, of course. Duh, me. First good for Ireland. But the women's team has had an up-and-down season, currently sitting at 8-8. They're 2-3 inside the conference. They need this win. Ireland knocks down a pair, 91-60. 4:11 to go. Kicked out, Pierce Jr. Has not had the game that you would have expected. That is for sure. Drive, shot up, floater's good.
Scott McNellis.
Scott McNellis with the basket, his first. The junior from Downers Grove. Nice move by Chang. Drives, floater, no good. Offensive board, Ireland, no good. Chang, the putback up and in. First man to shoot, last one to touch it.
Chang.
6 points away from the century mark.
You gotta like to see that even with a big lead like they have, the effort's still there to go crash the boards and get the easy scores.
Travel violation on McNellis. Cardinals have yet to hit the 100-point plateau this year. As more substitutions come in, Jack Bronick, Hayden Witt checks into the game as well. And Thomas Walsh checks in for the first time this season.
And number 54, Jack Bronick.
So the Cardinals haven't hit 100 points this season. They have 3-14 to shoot, 6 points. If they can do it, I'm sure they'd be pretty happy.
And they're gonna have to use the bench mob to go ahead and get those 6 points. And I think the bench is gonna enjoy trying to get those 6.
Godwin misses, and here comes Carthage coming the other way. Ellis Matthews, a substitution, cross court. Miles Olson drives and gets fouled, going to the basket. He'll go to the line for a pair.
You were mentioning earlier Pierce Jr., the game that he's having right now, and a lot of that has to do with North Central's defense.
Oh, yeah.
He's only got 7 points in the game. And for your leading scorer to only have 7 points, there's a reason why you're down 31 points.
Nice job by Moten and Raridan and Anderson, all combining forces to shut down Pierce Jr. The one guy that has had a nice game is Kudrowski.
Yeah, Kudrowski has 16 points in the game.
Right around his season average of 15.3 points a game.
Hitting 4 of 7 from three-point line. Again, he wasn't hitting very well early in the game, and he's gonna come on in the second half.
Now, one guy that I'm interested to see, I don't know if we will see tonight, Dimitre Kastrotovic, a freshman from Serbia. He is on the Carthage bench. I don't know if we'll see him, just a freshman. Obviously some guys above him more deserving of playing time. Godwin a three, can't connect. 4 goes to Brian Harvey. 2:36 to go. But I don't know, that name's fun to say. Walsh cross court. Godwin another three. Can't connect again. Offensive board, tapped around, and Bronick commits the over the back foul.
Cardinal fouls on number 54, Jack Bronick.
From here on out, by the way, 2 free throws for Carthage. The Cardinals with 10 fouls in the half. Augustana weathering the Titan storm, 56-51. Meanwhile, the Cardinals women's team has tied things back up with Carthage, so a couple of scores to get to you. First is good for Troy Kendricks, a 6'4" forward center, a sophomore from Decatur. Carthage stealing him away from the Milliken Big Blue. Why be blue when you can be red? 2:25 to go. I've always kind of laughed and chuckled at that name, the Big Blue.
You got the red men.
You got the red men.
You got the Big Blue.
Big Blue. What is a Big Blue? Their icon is a big M. That's all it is. Off the mark on the shot attempt. The Cardinals may not get to 100.
They're putting a little too much pressure on themselves to make these shots, I think. That's what the problem is. Just got to go out and play.
Kendricks loses it out of bounds. 2 minutes exactly left in the game. 94-66.
2 minutes remaining regulation time. 2 minutes.
Godwin brings it up. Screen from Walsh. Takes a deep three. Can't connect again.
At least he's not afraid to shoot the ball.
Yeah, that's the last thing I'd say about Godwin right now. Hey, when you got an opportunity to shoot,
Go
shoot.
get it.
Troy Kendricks.
So a reminder, 2 games come your way Saturday, and they couldn't be bigger. Women, oh, backdoor cut. Bronick can't finish. Brian Harvey had a no-look behind the back, offhand pass. Bronick just couldn't put it away. Back to that note, 2 broadcasts Saturday. Elmhurst comes here to Gregory Arena. The men's team, number 2 in the nation. First time the Cardinals will get a look at them, and they currently lead North Park, a team that the Cardinals beat 66-57 halfway through the second half. Koth brings it up. Driving, losing. Cardinals have it. Hayden Witt lost it on the end line. Near side 3 taken and missed front of the rim, no good. Still weird to say Koth, considering Matt Koth, one of the all-time great soccer players here in North Central, is Hayden Witt knocks down a 3. So now a 3-pointer away, and I don't think the Cardinals are going to take it unless the Redmen take a quick shot here, but now the shot clock will be turned off the next time the Cardinals have the ball in their possession. Harvey will let it go out of bounds, 27.3 seconds left. I think it might be a customary and proper thing to do for the Cardinals to hold on to a final shot. Or lack thereof, I should say. And they will. That'll do it. Cardinals come away 97-68 as time whittles down. The Cardinals with a big victory tonight over the 7-9, now make it 7-10. Carthage Redmond, the Cardinals improve to 12-5, 5-1 inside the CCIW. Again, 97-68, the final. Cardinals getting big nights from across the board. Alex Sorensen, big night. Connor Raridan, big night. Jonathan Anderson, or rather Jagger Anderson, big night without even scoring baskets. This team had contributions all the way around, Joe.
Yeah, like I said, Anderson, 8 rebounds, 7 on the defensive side. You can't ask for more from your point guard there. You get 3 assists, 6 points from him. Sorensen, 27 points. He shot 3 of 4 from behind the arc, 85% inside, 12 of 14 shooting. You got Connor Raridan, 17 points, a big night from him. And then Hahn, 15 points. So again, you get the third scorer that Cardinals need, and you get a big night for your guys.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but a quiet night for Alex Sorensen, a quiet 27. I don't know how that's possible, but it is. And it helped the Cardinals win 97-68. Before we close out, a couple of programming reminders. 2 games Saturday. Elmhurst comes here to Gregory Arena. 5 o'clock the women's game, 7 o'clock the men's game. We'll have them both here on NCTV 17. And a week from Saturday at 2:45, it'll be Nequa Valley traveling to Naperville North. Girls basketball at the high school ranks. You and Nico Heffling will have the call. Charlie Edwards on the sideline. Should be a fun game. I'm sure you're looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. You got a couple big-time players, Division I guards for Nequa Valley, and Maya Starks, Kai Moon. They're going to Binghamton and NIU, so you got a couple of good point guards there. On the north side, Laurel Pereira is the scorer that you're going to want to look at. They also have a sophomore, 6'4", Sadie Yurkovic. She can play. You're going to look out for her as well.
So Maya Stark's going to NIU. She's taking on the Huskies before she becomes a Husky, and I'm sure that's one of the things you like about her, considering you're an NIU grad.
Absolutely. Maya Starks can play. She's a fireball. She's a small girl, but she can get open looks, and she knows how to create.
Looking forward to that. And that's, of course, before a doubleheader. Wheaton comes to town that same day. It'll be an all-day sports day. 2:45 at Naperville North. 5 o'clock here back for the women's game. 7 o'clock for the men's game. It'll be a lot of fun, so make sure you tune in both this Saturday and next Saturday for some basketball marathons here on NCTV 17. For everyone involved tonight, Rachel Glover back inside the studio, Chris Picciolo, our producer and cameraman tonight. Great work on the camera for him. My color man, Joe Olmo, a little tune-up for him for next Saturday's broadcast. Enjoyed your company tonight. I'm Kevin Jackman saying so long. We'll see you Saturday from inside Gregory Arena on the campus of North Central College. Until then, so long.